Hi, I'm Mad Dog Meg, and welcome to the Train Hard or Go Home third quarter active warm-up. The whole goal of this series is to give you some warm-up exercises to do before you actually get started on your workout. Today I'm joined by one of my very good friends and marathon runner, Eva, who's going to be demonstrating a beginner's level to all of the exercises. I'm also joined by one of my biggest fitness mentors and older brother, Zach, who's going to be demonstrating the more advanced versions of all the exercises. So the first thing we're going to start with this month is going to be our wrists and our ankles. It's really important that you're taking care of all of your joints so you can do your exercises more effectively. The first exercise we'll start with is wrist circles. Keeping your shoulders in line, you want to relax them down away from your ears. Keep your wrist in line with your elbow, and you're going to secure your wrist with one arm over the other. And then you're just going to draw a circle going all the way around 10 times, one direction. You want to be sure that the movement isn't coming from your elbow, but it's actually really localized at your wrist. After you get 10 one direction, then you'll switch and you'll go 10 the other direction. When you finished your wrist circles, then we're going to do a yes motion with our wrist. Again, still making sure that the movement is starting and finishing at the wrist. You'll bring your arm straight up and then drop that wrist down. Holding it for about a full second at each point so you can really feel that stretch. And then we'll switch to the other side, wrist circles one way, and wrist circles the other way. Same idea with the yeses and the nos. After we've worked on the range of motion of our wrist, next we're going to move down to our ankles. Balancing on one foot, you're going to pretend you're drawing a picture of a circle with your big toe, and then you're going to trace that circle over and over again. Same idea with the ankle. You want to try to be sure that the movement isn't coming from your knee, but just really localized at that ankle. Go ahead and switch directions. Going 10 each way, slow and controlled, being sure you're getting the full range of motion. Then we'll point and flex. And then we'll go side to side for inversion and eversion. After you finish 10 of each one of the exercises, you'll switch over to your other foot, and same idea, starting with ankle circles, slow and controlled, all the way one direction, and then 10 going all the way the other. Then we'll point and we'll flex, and then we'll swipe that foot side to side for inversion and eversion. After you finish warming up your ankles, then we'll drop down to all fours. Moving back to our wrists, we're going to start with our wrists palms down and our hands turned in towards your body. So with your fingertips pointed towards your knees, you're going to take your shoulders back towards your hips and feel a stretch in the front of your wrists. You want to only sit back far enough that you can still keep the palms of your hands completely on the ground. And you should feel this stretch all the way up to your forearms. After you've held it for about 10 to 15 seconds, then you're going to flip your palms the other way. Now they'll be face up and still flipping in. From here, you'll turn your hands palms down, but this time your fingertips are going to be pointed out away from your body, and then you're going to lean forward at your shoulders to take your shoulders out towards your fingertips. From here, we'll widen our knees just a bit, and you'll sit down right between your heels, trying to keep your ankles in line with your knees and reaching for the ground with your bottom. You only want to widen your legs up wide enough that your bottom can fit down right between them, and you want to feel a stretch in the front of your feet on this one. After you've stretched out your wrists and your ankles, then we're going to move on to warming up the rest of our body, starting with a plank position. From your plank position, you're going to pull your left leg in first, and you're going to stretch your hips forward, letting your hips reach for the ground. Then you'll kick back at that left leg and pull your right leg forward. Just holding it for a second or two, We're going to do 10 times total. After you finished your warm-up active stretches, then we're going to move into the third piece of our ongoing flow. Before we get started, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the form for your plank position as well as your down dog. Zach, if you would be so kind. So starting in a plank position, it's really important that you line up your shoulders with your wrists. You want to be sure that your neck is aligned with your spine and your shoulders are straight over your wrists. Your arms aren't out too wide or out too far. When you exhale, next you're going to sit back to your down dog. It's really important that you don't move your hands or your feet. Your proper plank alignment ensures that you'll also have your proper down dog alignment. You've got 3 things we're looking at for your down dog. First, you want to keep your back completely straight, really relaxing that neck. Then you want to reach for the sky with your tailbone, and then you want to start to feel your heels reach for the ground. It's okay if they don't touch, but then you want to feel that nice stretch down the back of your legs. The next thing you're going to do is lift up your leg for a hip opener. Can you lift up that right leg for me? Perfect. And then you'll kick yourself over in that left side. And you want to be sure that your shoulders stay aligned to the center, that you don't open up at that chest as you're opening up at your hip. Thank you very much. Next, we'll go ahead and get started with our yoga flow. We're going to start in our plank position. Taking a nice deep breath in, the first thing we're going to do is lift your right leg straight up off the ground, and then you're going to sit back to your down dog and do that same hip opener that Zach just demonstrated. You're going to rock forward, still on 3 legs, and sit down your right leg, then lift up at the left, sit back to that 3-legged dog, open up at your hip. Rock forward into your plank, set that foot down, and then we're going to walk our hands into our feet. From here, slow as molasses, you're going to try to roll yourself up. The neck is the last thing that comes up. After you've stood all the way up, then you want to lift your arms all the way up, really stretching your wingspan as far as you can. Barely touching the tips of your fingers together, pushing your shoulders down away from your ears and spreading your elbows away from each other. When you get to your heart, you're going to de-weight the left foot, balancing on the right, to find your tree pose. Now it's really important that you're not putting your foot directly against your kneecap, just above it or below it. Nice deep breath in. And on your exhale, you can grow those branches out, still being sure that you're not wearing your shoulders as earrings. Pull your arms in closer for a narrower reach, and then point your knees straight forward. As you exhale, tilt yourself forward to find your warrior 3. Now if you're a beginner, feel free to follow Eva as she gives you a beginning progression. Nice deep breath in. On your exhale, gently bring your arms all the way down to the ground to find your standing splits. On your exhale, try to control yourself back up to your warrior 3, and then stand all the way back up. Hands come down behind you to find your reverse namaste, keeping your shoulders relaxed down against your ears, touching the palms of your hands together. On your exhale, keep your back really flat and lead with your shoulders all the way down to the ground. When you get there, walk your hands back out to a plank position. Keep your elbows in close to your body. Take a Chaturanga Push Up. And then walk your hands right back in. Slowly roll yourself back up, really feeling each vertebrae go up one at a time. Arms coming all the way up. Hands coming down the center line of your body. This time balancing on that left foot, lifting up the right. Growing those branches. Pointing your knee forward, bringing your arms in, and tilting. First find your warrior three, and then find your standing splits. Nice deep breath in. On your exhale, lift right back up to that warrior three, and then stand all the way up. When you get to the top, reach those shoulders out. Bring your arms behind you to your reverse namaste and keep your back real flat all the way down. When you get there, walk your hands all the way out. And then take your Chaturanga Push Up, your up dog, and your down dog. Bend your knees a lot, relax your neck, and try to float your feet forward between your hands. Hug your forehead into your knees. Halfway lift, keeping your back really flat. And then stand all the way up. Pull those shoulders down. When you get to your heart, reverse your hands behind your back. Keep your back really flat all the way down. Plant your hands, float your feet back to your plank, and then find your child's pose. And there you have our third quarter active warm-up. Repeat your yoga flow 3 times and then go get to your workout.